Hello everyone and welcome to the PT Assistant's YouTube channel. On this channel we try to break down some pathologies in order for you to be able to review, study for some exams, or just kind of recap what you've learned in school. Today's topic is going to be adhesive capsulitis, so let's break it down. So in this video we're going to be talking about what it is, how it can present, how someone can develop adhesive capsulitis, what it means for us as PTAs, and some textbook outcomes. Let's go ahead and start with what it is. So adhesive capsulitis is commonly referred to as frozen shoulder. This is because it is commonly found in the shoulder joint. So adhesive meaning something kind of sticky, stuck together, capsule referring to the joint capsule, and we're going to be getting into what the capsular pattern for the shoulder is. And then itis, the last part of the word, just meaning inflammation. So getting into the presentation of adhesive capsulitis, so this goes into the capsular pattern for the shoulder. You have a loss of external rotation followed by abduction, and then you'll sometimes see internal rotation and flexion. However, this can change if someone has diabetes. You can have an equal loss of external and internal rotation followed by abduction and hyperextension. The end feel that you will commonly see is a firm end feel in the shoulder prior to getting to the very end of the range of motion. The presentations in the acute phase are more pain symptoms. These can happen at night or during the day, and passive range of motion is limited due to the pain or guarding. In the chronic phases, you're looking at more localized pain in the shoulder. The patient is no longer awakened by the pain, but the passive range of motion is still going to be limited due to the capsular tightness. So how does someone start developing adhesive capsulitis? We're going to go into primary and secondary. The primary way is idiopathic, meaning that it is spontaneous and the origin is unknown, and this is also the most common way to get adhesive capsulitis. The secondary way is from trauma or mobilization. So if someone were to have an RTC repair, then they're going to be in a sling for a prolonged period of time, so that immobilization can start to lead to adhesive capsulitis. There are also several risk factors that you want to keep in mind. They are being greater than 40 years of age. It's more common in females than in males, diabetes, and thyroid disease, to name a few. So what does this mean for us as PTAs? So the modalities that we're going to want to use are ice, superficial heat, ultrasound, phonophoresis, and infrared lasers. The manual techniques that we're going to utilize are going to be passive range of motion and mobilizations. As far as the exercises, you're going to want to avoid pain as much as possible because the pain can lead to more guarding. So try to do some exercises that can include a wand, rope, or a pulley system. But in order to avoid the pain, just make sure you cue them to go slow and in control. In the acute phases, you can be doing ice and superficial heat. The mobs here are going to be more gentle mobs, so thinking grades 1 and 2. Doing progressive strengthening exercises like isometrics and some pendulums to get that range of motion. In the chronic phases, you're going to be looking at higher grades of mobs, so 3s and 4s. Now you're focusing on the joint extensibility and utilizing techniques such as the PNF patterns. Home care for both the acute and the chronic phases are going to emphasize on self-stretching, a lot of patient education just to ensure that they're staying within a pain-free range of motion, and progressing them as they progress as well. And finally, some textbook outcomes that we can look towards is a complete restoration of glenohumeral joint mobility. This is the goal for the late stages of adhesive capsulitis. The matter of being aggressive or not aggressive is up for debate. Some therapists like to be aggressive while others like to be more conservative in a pain-free range of motion. The recovery is not a linear pattern. It can take anywhere from 12 to 24 months. And even then, surgery may be indicated in order to break up the adhesions to assist in their recovery. This about wraps it up for adhesive capsulitis. If you have any questions or comments or want us to cover any topics in particular in the future, be sure to leave a comment down below. Follow us on IG, Twitter, and join the Facebook group. We also have a weekly podcast where we talk about our experiences as PTAs, so be sure to tune in. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.